In this video I'm going to give you a quick introduction to creating simple shapes in Onshape. Before this you will need to register with Onshape, and part of that process will be setting your units to millimeters. So to begin with, we start when we open Onshape with this dashboard view. We can get back to this view at any point by selecting the Onshape logo button in the top left hand corner. If you're just starting out, you're unlikely to have much here to see because you won't have created any models and you won't have any folders that you've created yet. So first off, we're going to start by creating a new document. So we hit the create button, we select document, and we give it a suitable title. I'm going to call this intro models. Always try and give your document a sensible name so you can search for it and find it in the future. So once Onshape has created the model space, we have this empty area in the middle of our screen where we're going to build our model. We've got some tools along the top, we've got a feature tree on the left hand side here, and we've got different tabs along the bottom. All the models that we create are going to start with a two-dimensional sketch, and then we're going to use the Extrude tool to pull that two-dimensional sketch shape into a 3D model. So first thing we need to do is find the sketch tool, which is at the top. Once we select that, we need to say where the sketch is going to be drawn. It says here select a sketch plane. We need to select one of these planes here. I'll select the front one just for now. You'll see I've now got sketch 1 appearing in line with that front plane, and over here in this box it says the sketch plane is the front plane. If I decide I don't want that, I can delete that selection and I can select a different one. So I'm going to select the top plane, and I'm going to spin my view so that I'm looking straight at the top plane. Over here on the view cube, if we highlight that top and click it, then we get a view looking straight down. This is where I'm going to draw my sketch. I'm going to start this with a simple square. So if I select that tool, snap in the middle, click it once, move the mouse, and then click again. I'm not too worried about the sizes. I'm just going to press enter and enter on those two. Now they've gone black, that tells me that it's all locked. I'm finished with my sketch, so I can go tick, green tick, and I'm now back in the original 3D world. If I want to change the view, I can use the arrows keys on my keyboard to spin it around, or if you have a mouse you can hold down the right button and drag it around, and that will allow you to give yourself more of a three-dimensional view. You can also select the faces of this cube up at the top. To make that into a 3D shape, then we need to use the Extrude tool. We need to select that sketch, and it gives us a little preview of the 3D shape that sketch will be extruded into. If we grab that arrow, we can drag it a bit longer, a bit taller, or we can put a number, more precise number, into the box here. For the moment I'm happy with that. So to finish that extrusion, I hit the green tick, and there is my first 3D shape. I suggest that you pause the video just now and have a go at building that yourself. So having made a first simple part, let's make something else slightly different. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bottom left corner and we're going to insert a new element by selecting the little plus sign. We're going to add a part studio, which is another modelling space, but it's within the same document. So it's useful to keep all the models in one project, maybe in one space. So if I was doing my Bronze CAD Academy, I'd have bronze model 1, 2, 3 all along the bottom there, so they're all nice and organised. So again, we're going to create a 3D shape, so we have to start with a 2D sketch. So we select the sketch tool, we're going to select the plane that we're going to be drawing the sketch on. It says select a sketch plane, so I'm going to go for the front plane this time. I'm going to select the front here on the view cube, and now you can see I've got my sketching tools have appeared, my 2D tools have appeared. This time let's do a circle. Select the circle tool, select the center, move, click, hit enter. Doesn't matter what the size is just now. Finish that sketch, we can hit the green tick. To make that into a 3D shape then, we need to select the extrude tool. We need to select that sketch that we want to extrude, and then we can pull that to whatever length we need. Once we're finished, green tick, and there's our second shape. One thing I'm just going to show you now is if we want to make changes to that model, we don't need to start from scratch. If we decide that it's too long or the diameter here is too big, rather than building the model right from the beginning, we can edit what we've done. And the way we do that is by looking over here at the feature tree. We can see we've got something called Extrude 1, which is the 3D shape that we've just made by pulling the sketch in an extrusion. We've also got Sketch 1, which was the original sketch we started with. If I right click Sketch 1 and click Edit, I go back to that original sketch, and I can now change that dimension that I left in at the beginning just by double clicking it, type in the number that I want. It will resize that circle. Finish that sketch, and you'll see that that cylinder now has changed shape. If I want to change the length of that, I can right click on the Extrude 1, edit it, and again I can change the size in that box there. So rather than starting from scratch, if you've made a mistake or you want to alter it, you can find where you did the action on your feature tree and you can make an edit there. If I go back to that rectangular cuboid that we made before, the same applies. So here we had Sketch 1. If I right click and edit Sketch 1, spin my view round, this was the top view, I can now change this again by double clicking on these numbers, finish the sketch, it's now changed, edit the extrusion, finish that, and we've edited that as well. I suggest you now create the cylinder shape and then go back and try and change the sizes of the different models you've made. Okay, if we want to make a change to our block, we can change the dimensions, but if we want to cut something out of it or add something to it, then we need to add further sketches and extrusions. So let's take this block that we worked on before and let's add something to the top. So everything, remember, starts with a sketch. We're going to sketch a profile and then we're going to extrude that profile into 3 dimensions. So if I go to the Sketch tab, where I need to select where I'm going to draw the sketch, might be one of these planes. In this example it's going to be this top surface of the block. You see now it's created a sketch for surface for me there on that top block. I'm going to spin my view so I can see it, and I'm just going to take a shape, doesn't really matter what the shape is for the moment, and I'm just going to run with those sizes. So I've drawn a profile on the top surface. Now all I need to do is extrude it. So if I go to extrude, I need to select the profile I'm going for, so I can select any other of these ones. Remember again, if you pick the wrong one you can remove it from the list there. So that's the one I want to do, and it's defaulting to add. So I can add that sticking out bit there, I can put a size on it if I want to. That is the extrude add command to add an extrusion to an existing part of the model. See, it's still one object, it's connected to it. If I just go back and edit that, I have another option. I can remove. Now we call that subtract. If I do the remove and I make sure the arrow is pointing into the object, it's now going to subtract that profile from the block. So I've now got a hollow. So if you want to make a change, you need to select a surface, draw a sketch on it, and then either extrude add to make it stick out, or remove to make it stick into the shape and cut it away.